I'm Joe DeMayo. I'm 25 years old. I'm from East Haven, Connecticut. I bowl in a league on Tuesday nights, and bowling's been a passion of mine for a very, very long time, and I finally have gotten a little more experienced at it, and now I'm at the point where I feel a lot more confident in my abilities, what I'm doing. I started bowling when I was like 7 years old with my uncle, and I stopped bowling for a little while. Once I turned 12 or 13, stopped bowling for a bit because I decided I wanted to try to play what I perceived at the time to be actual sports. But in reality, bowling is a sport. What attracts me to bowling is the fact that it's more of a thinking man's sport. Sure, anyone could come down, grab one of the house balls, and just whip them down the lane and maybe throw a 150. But I like knowing the intricacies of the angles, the oil patterns which change how my ball's gonna be manipulated when I hook it. And it's to me a much more involved sport than people think it is. They think it's as simple as just going to the lanes, grabbing a ball and throwing it down, and it's simple. But to average over 200 is not something that you could just very simply do. I was very influenced to become a league bowler thanks to my uncle. My uncle is a very serious bowler. He's been bowling for 50 years, and he's 62 years old right now on pretty much a bum knee, averaging 240 right now in a league down in Florida. But he was a huge influence to me. He taught me how to bowl. He taught me all the mechanics that I have in place, and everything that I know to this day can really be attributed to him. I've improved exponentially from when I first started to bowl. When I first started to bowl, not even counting when I was a little kid, when I just restarted after high school, I had the basic concepts down, but I really didn't have any of the details, and I was averaging somewhere around 150, 160. Now I'm averaging over 200, around 206. And as far as preparation goes, I have a ritual. I sit down, take off my shoes, put on my bowling shoes, and I wear this tape on my thumb because I have a tendency to cut my thumb, and this protects it, and it also gives me the chance for the ball to slide off more smoothly. I try to keep my mind as clear as possible when I'm bowling. I try not to overthink things, because when you overthink, you tend to get a lot of issues. But in general, I like to just take a deep breath, and I just tell myself where my mark is, and to just hit my mark, and I kind of tell myself what to do almost. It's a great thing to do. Go out with your friends on a Tuesday night, sit down, relax, talk about whatever you want, talk about football, talk about other sports, talk about life, and just bowl and have a good time with your friends. To me, bowling is a really, really big bonding experience, and I bond a lot with my team. You have to have a lot of patience. It's a very frustrating sport. It may not seem that way, but it's very, very frustrating. So you have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a good mind that stays focused at all times, because you have to be focused on the task at hand despite all the loud noises that are going on around you, all the people acting crazy a lane next to you. You have to be able to stay focused in your zone and be able to just execute your shot the way you need to do it so you can succeed on that one shot. And I suggest anyone that really wants to try bowling, I really think it's worth your time. I think it's a thinking man's sport, or a thinking woman's sport, because women bowl as well. But I think there's a lot of qualities that it takes to be a bowler, and I think it's really rewarding when you see yourself actually figure out the sport and actually be able to bowl at a high level. And I really think that it's something that everyone should try.